Every Apple device comes with an incredibly powerful app called Shortcut, but almost nobody is using it. This one little app lets you convert a multi-steps task into a one-click, simplifying complex actions and making your workflow faster and easier. And in this video, I will show you how to use this app, and I will share with you some really useful shortcuts that I've built and use almost every single day. And as always, everything I will mention in this video will be linked in the description below, so make sure to check it out after finishing this video. Alright, before diving into the shortcuts, here is a quick overview about this app and what it can do for you. Shortcut is an app that lets you create a list of actions that can be triggered automatically using automations or with a trigger of your choice. So for example, I can eject all connected disks from my Mac, quit all open apps, run an internet speed test, and much more, all with a single click of a button. Now once you open the app, it brings you into this tab. Here you can see all of your shortcuts. But if you don't have any shortcut yet, you can check out the Gallery tab here, where you can find some ready-to-use shortcuts created by Apple themselves. It's a good place to start if this is your first time using this app, because here you can find many useful shortcuts organized in categories to make it easy to you to find what you are looking for. Okay, let's say you saved some shortcuts or just downloaded the ones that I shared with you and you are ready to use them. There are many ways to activate a shortcut, and I will walk you through each one of them step by step. First, you can run shortcuts directly from the Shortcut app, of course, but this is the slowest way to do that. Instead, you can use the menu bar icon, clicking on this icon, and you will see a list of your shortcuts. From this list, you can simply click on any of these shortcuts to activate it easily. And if this menu bar icon is not visible to you, you can go to the Control Center, choose Edit Controls, and this will open this window for you. Here you can add or remove control to both Control Center and the menu bar. Now select the shortcut, then choose Show Menu Bar Collection and simply drag it into the menu bar. After that, you will see a full list of your shortcuts added into the menu bar. But if you're still not able to see your shortcuts there, you need to make sure first that the shortcut is added to this menu first. To do that, just open the Shortcuts app, go to All Shortcuts tab, and drag your shortcut into the menu bar section to add it to this menu. Here, you can also change the order of the shortcuts in the list or remove what you don't need. And if you don't want to show the full list of the shortcuts, you can add just one specific one into the menu bar directly. And to do that, just go back to the Edit Controls menu again, choose Run a Shortcut, and then select the one that you want to add to the menu from this little window here. So for example, if I selected Toggle Desktop Icons, I will have this little icon in the menu bar here, and by clicking on it, it will hide the icons from my desktop. And of course, when I click on it again, it will show them back. The next way to run a shortcut is by simply pressing Command plus space to open Spotlight Search. And from there, type the name of the shortcut and then hit Enter, and it will be activated immediately. You can also add your shortcut into Dock and click on it to run it as any other app by simply clicking on the shortcut you want and then choose Add to Dock. Or you can add the shortcuts you use normally into the desktop as a desktop widget. And to do that, right-click anywhere in your desktop and choose Edit Widgets. From here, search for Shortcuts and choose Shortcuts folder. But this way, you can see only the latest shortcuts. And to be able to see a specific ones, you need to go to the Shortcuts app again and then click on this new folder icon. Here, you can create a new folder, name it Desktop Widget for example, and then you can drag the shortcut that you want to see in the widget into it. Now go back to your widget, right-click on it and choose Edit Shortcuts folder. From here, select the folder you've just created and you will have only the shortcuts in the folder shown here. And it will be very easy and super fast to enable and disable any of them. And don't worry, all the shortcuts I added into this widget, I will show you how to set them up later in this video. So make sure to watch the video until the end to see that. But for now, let's move to the next way of running a shortcut, which is adding it as a quick action into the Quick Actions menu. So for example, if I want to add this zip and email shortcut into the Quick Actions menu, I just have to drag the shortcut here into the Quick Actions tab, and then now the shortcut is added to this menu. Now I can go and select some files and right-click on them and go to the Quick Actions menu, and from here I can choose Zip and Email. And the shortcuts will be activated, and then use the selected files to create an archive. And then it will create a new email draft and it will attach this archive into it. The next place you can add a shortcut into is the Share menu. So for example, if I dragged any shortcut into the Share Sheet tab, it will be visible in the Share menu directly. So each time I will click on this share icon, I can use shortcuts to be able to run any of my shortcuts. And of course, the fastest and most advanced way to run a shortcut is by using a keyboard shortcut. And to do that, just select the shortcut you want and right-click on it and choose Edit. In this edit window, click on this info icon here and then select Add Keyboard Shortcut, and now you can type any shortcut you want to have. For example, for this shortcut that tests my internet speed, I can use something like Command plus Control plus N. Now, whenever I press Command plus Control plus N, the shortcut will be enabled and give me the current speed test report of my internet connection in a second. Okay, so now that we've covered how the shortcuts works and all possible ways to trigger them, let's have a look into some useful shortcuts that I've created, and I will show you exactly how to set them up and get the most out of them. Starting with a simple but super useful one. If you have your Mac connected into a Wi-Fi network and you want to share this network into your smartphone, the easiest and fastest way to do that is by scanning a QR code by the phone to connect. But unfortunately, this feature isn't built in macOS yet. But with this shortcut, you can easily do that. All you have to do after downloading this shortcut is to right-click on it and choose Edit. This shortcut will get the current Wi-Fi that your device connected to automatically in this part here, but all you have to do is replace this text here with your Wi-Fi password. And of course, you have to do this only once, and it will work for you always, without the need to check the password each time you need to share your network. The next shortcut is pretty handy as well. And what does this shortcut do is taking a long URL and convert it into a smaller version, because there are some very long links that could take too much space if you want to add them into an email or a presentation. Stuff like Amazon products links, for example. But with this shortcut, all you have to do is just copy the link that you wanted shorter and paste it here. And you will get the shorted version of the link in a second. And this new link will work exactly as the long one and still redirecting you into the original website, but it's much cleaner and looks more professional in your email and messages. Okay, you know how in Mac you can right-click on a collection of images and choose Convert Image. And from this window, you can choose smaller image size option to get a smaller version of your images that you can upload to some websites that has some size limitations. But if you have a PDF, there is no built-in tool like this to do that. So this is exactly what the next shortcut do. Just select a PDF or a collection of PDFs and then right-click on them. And then from the Quick Actions menu, choose Compress PDF, and you will get your smaller version of the PDFs immediately. Another useful shortcut that could be very helpful when you want to record your screen or have screenshots is Toggle Desktop Icons Visibility. It's a tiny shortcut, but it makes a huge difference on how your recordings and screenshots looks. So instead of manually cleaning up your desktop every single time you want to have a screenshot or a record, you can simply click this shortcut and it will instantly hide all of your files and folders, making your desktop look super clean and minimal. Next up, ejecting all connected disks and drives at once. This shortcut could be very helpful when you are in a hurry and you just want to disconnect your Mac from all disks safely. Just one click and you are ready to go. And just like that, you can with a single click close all opened apps with this shortcut. And if you have a look inside the shortcut itself, you can see that you can quit everything as it is right now or choose some apps to keep running if you want. Now, if you want to remove the background of an image and convert it into a sticker like this, just contains the subject of the image, you can easily do this with a single click on your Mac. Just select the image that you like and right-click on it, and from the Quick Actions menu, choose Make a Sticker. And it will create a sticker for you that contains only the subject of the image and add it into the clipboard to be ready to paste and use anywhere. And similar to that, you can also select a live photo or a video and convert it into a GIF from the same menu by selecting Make a GIF shortcut. And it will also create your GIF and copy it into the clipboard to be ready to use. And if you don't have an image or video to make a GIF from, you can still get many GIFs ready to use from the next shortcut. When you run this shortcut, it will open a window with the trending GIFs, and here you can search for a specific one. And when you select a GIF, it will be shown to you and copy it to your clipboard to paste it wherever you want as well. Alright, as you can see, this app can seriously improve your Mac and can give you some awesome new features that wasn't exist before. But if you want to really unlock even more hidden tricks, make sure to check out this video here. I've covered some powerful tips that many people didn't know that their Mac is able to do. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give me a like because this helped me being shown to more people, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for your valuable time and see you in the next video.